up this morning and I pray to the Most High. The sun is shining so bright. I'm blessed to live this life. Yahawashi, blessed be Yahawah, blessed be Yahawashi.
Hey,
Shalawam.
Shalawam. I'll praise to the Most High. We back.
Hangout. And this is what Helpmeets Hangout. Hey, because welcome to the Helpmeets Hangout.
This is what it helped me.
Shalawam, y'all. Can you hear me through a microphone?
Yeah.
You
I
sure
don't
it
have
sounds
my
good?
microphone set up.
Oh, okay.
Not this time. It's there, but it's not. Yeah.
Well, look, y'all. We haven't been as consistent, with our schedule because it's been a lot going on. We had Passover.
We've been observing these high holy days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had Passover at 2 different times, had the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It's just we've been keeping these holidays. So
maybe I didn't transition to a whole nother.
Lily done moved. So it's been busy, but
different.
We back, and Lord willing, we can get back on our consistent schedule. We'll be back.
Yes, Lord willing.
So today we talking about courting your husband after marriage. Now y'all probably thinking, what does that mean? I ain't never heard of that. When Lily
listen,
when Lily texted me that title,
like what do that?
She was making me mad. I was like, what does that even mean?
Cause like when you in the courting phase, like you so happy and giddy, and a lot of people call it like the cupcake stage. Like that's what they used to call it, like in the world. Like they'll be like, oh, it's the cupcake stage. It's like when everything is all good, everything is all fine, and y'all just loving on each other, and then that kind of sizzle down and fizzle out, and then you just, okay, I'm married. I ain't got to put in the same effort. He already got me.
Yeah, I got him in the bag.
Right, but no, you don't want to. You want to kind of keep the flame alive, like kind of keep the spice going.
Yep, definitely. Always show that love throughout your marriage, even after courting.
Yes, because I have always looked, like, even before coming into the truth, I always looked at like older couples. Well, yeah, older couples that have been together. They be like, we've been together for 50 years. Like 50 years. Like, hold up, I'm only 28. Y'all been together for a long time. So it's like, how did y'all achieve that? Like, that always be my question. Like, dang, how did they achieve that? And I know, like, of course, it's not all going to be easy.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but we do have to kind of keep those things in mind to kind of help us strive to still court our husband, still, Lord willing, our husband still court us and get us flowers sometimes, and take us out for a date, or keep the spice alive.
Con. They be lasting for 60 plus years because they kept the love alive. That's why.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You can't be, listen, sisters, you can't be boring, okay? Even, hold on, I'm about to pull the precept. You know what precept I'm going to. It's the classic. Everybody knows this precept.
Drum roll, please.
Exodus chapter 1, verse. Dang. And I don't have it highlighted in this Bible. Got it in the other one. Oh, here it go, right here. It says, let me see. Exodus 1 and 19. And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. So we are lively. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't be stale, can't be, I don't know. Like a lot of sisters be real shy, but like when you with your husband, like that's supposed to be your best friend. That's listen. This man is my best friend. Okay, so act
Con,
like it.
because the definition of lively is, let me show y'all. Let me just show y'all real quick. I'm just show y'all real quick. It means full of life and energy, active and outgoing. And synonyms are energetic, animated, active, bubbly, enthusiastic, vibrant. We the salt of the earth. We the salt of the earth. We're lively women. So don't be boring with your husband. Take him out on dates, spice it up a little bit. Don't get with your husband and then, just sit in the bed eating potato chips all day.
Yes,
You don't keep up with yourself. You don't take care of yourself. You don't, it's just boring. Like, you don't want to, you don't want to, make your husband feel like, dang, I, I regret marrying her. All she do is lay in the bed and eat chips.
right. She
That's
put
not
on this good front while we was courting and act like she wanted to go out on, do
right.
spontaneous things. Now I'm get, now I, pop up random and want to do stuff, and I don't feel like it. I don't want to. Listen, sister.
Right.
Some sisters' husbands don't do that. So be grateful and be
Mm-hmm.
thankful that, if your husband do want to do something, even if you don't feel like it, do it. It's a lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when it comes down to the point of, just the relationship, sometimes the memories, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're not always going to be here. So just take the time to do stuff, even if you don't want to do it, even if you're tired.
Right.
Muster up some energy, get up, get cute, okay?
Okay.
Smell good.
God, all
Smell
praises. I
good,
remember
look good.
when Ottawa came to Texas, because y'all know we long distance. When he came to Texas, we went to main event, and y'all, this might sound crazy, but that was our first time doing something like that. Like we don't, because every time we see each other, it's like on a feast day, so we don't really have that time to like really go out and hang out and do that. But it was our first time doing something like that. Y'all, it was so fun, just sitting there playing basketball. It was fun. So do stuff like that with your husband.
Con, I'm about to bring this precept out. It's Genesis 26:8. It says, and it came to pass when he had been there a long time that Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, looked out a window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah, his wife. Listen, don't be boring, okay? Have fun. Do some fun stuff with your husband. Like, I don't know, do some surprises or something. Be spontaneous. Live in the
Mm-hmm.
moment. You know, like I said, tomorrow is not promised or
Promise,
guaranteed to
right?
nobody. So try to just be in the moment.
Con, I got an article I want to read. I don't, I don't know which one I should go into. So first,
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. It's like,
I think so. First, I think the courting stage is beautiful because it's like y'all are getting to know each other, and it's just beautiful. Y'all are getting to know each other. It's just like it's that fun stage, and when y'all get married, it's kind of like, well, we here now, but we don't. You don't want your marriage to be like that. Still, we're saying, keep it fun, keep it going. But I think a lot of times, like we get married and then we pick up weight, and then we just be kind of slouching around. We think we don't have to keep up
don't
with
say that
ourselves because
too
we already got our
loud,
husbands.
cause that's where I'm at. I'm like, all right now, I gotta do something a little bit different. All right now.
Look, stop. No, look, we all kind of, some of us, we all fall into that. And that's okay. That's why we're here to talk about it so we can try to do better. But we're going to talk about
Mhm.
self-care and marriage. Like, is it important? So I want to read an email/article with y'all. The sister Hebrew housewife, she sends out emails and she has a blog. So if you want to get these juicy emails, make sure you subscribe to her newsletter. But I'm going to read this article. Can y'all see it?
Con.
All right. We have to face the truth as women. we have to face the truth. As women, we are sensitive and sensual creatures. We know this. Our husbands know this. Everyone knows this. Not only are we sensitive and emotional creatures, we're aware of exactly how powerful our emotions can be in influencing others, both for good and for evil. For this reason, our husbands often hesitate to make a very simple, very straightforward request, look good for me. And the title of this is The One Thing Your Husband Wished You Understood. Because they fear you getting emotional because you think he isn't attracted to you anymore. You assuming that if you don't make effort to look good for him, then he'll look elsewhere. Or that you automatically take it as him calling you fat. And worst of all, that you will shame him into accepting your bare minimum. Especially if your husband is kind and caring, will he keep this to himself, refrained by shamefacedness? After all, modernity has jammed it into men's brains. Women change as they age and have children. Get over it. No one cares what you want. Don't expect your wife to look the same all her life. It's disgusting to impose beauty standards on your wife. She's already your wife. She shouldn't have to impress you. And that is true. That's what they push, you know. And of course, our bodies do change as we have children and all that. Like, we're not trying to like make women feel bad that's had babies, because yes, women bodies do change. We're reading on, and especially as believing women, do we love your wife as Christ loved the church? Our way of putting forth our way out of putting forth effort into looking good. But here's the one thing your husband wants you to understand. He wants you to look good because visual stimulation is necessary in order for sexual arousal to occur in men. And it isn't about you. It's about his writing, his makeup, his composition. Science proves it. While women's sexual stimulation occurs mostly from mood and atmosphere, men get turned on from what they see with their eyes. So hold on. We're going to take a pause there. We're going to pause there. Now,
hold on. Wait. Before you say that, I want to say this. This is a very, I should have said this at the beginning. This is a more mature conversation, okay? It's still a biblical podcast, okay? But this is a very mature conversation. So listen, sisters, if you feel like this conversation going to be a little bit too much for you, you know, just go ahead. I don't want you to head out, but, you know, just prepare your spirit. There's a very mature conversation, but it's still going to be discreet, but we are going to bring out some things that we're going to touch on. It's about marriage. It's a righteous marriage. We're not talking about crazy stuff, but, you know, I just had to give that disclaimer, so my bad. Go ahead.
Con. Actually, we're going to resume. We're going to keep reading. Can y'all see it?
It's going to come up in a second. There you go. Con.
Okay.
It's
okay that we're different. What's not okay is shaming our husbands for this different, especially as a defense mechanism for our changing looks and beauty. It's easy to rationalize to ourselves that our husbands should be attracted to us no matter what I look like. That is true. However, it's insufficient as an excuse when we know we've become lazy women in our feminine presentation. This is something I speak more in depth about in The Good Looking Wife, my newest ebook. It covers the power of looking good, why husbands care about your looks, why wives must care, how to simplify looking good. It even includes a scripture-led 7-day devotional to restore our confidence, soften our hearts, and receive wisdom in a manner that is psychologically less important to us with age, yet remains the same for the half male of our species. So it's only $10. Lord willing, you know, sisters can get it. I don't know if the price up because this email is from like January, but it's A Good Looking Wife. She has a hard copy and she has it on like an ebook. So I really want to get that and read it. But I think that'll be a great read for all of us. Now, this is a sensitive topic because a lot of our women, you know, we struggle with insecurities and we struggle with like a low self-esteem and low confidence. But something I've learned is that your husband, he wants to see you at your best. He don't want to see you talking down about yourself. Like, it's kind of a turn off. Like, if you just sit in the mirror talking about, oh, I'm just so fat and my hair just so, he gonna be looking at you like, you know, our husbands, they don't want to see us. And that's one thing I've learned. They don't want to see us talking down about ourselves and moving in a spirit of low self-esteem. And that's something I want to get into later as well. But, you know, like I said earlier, like I don't want sisters to feel like we're coming for y'all, but it is a mature conversation. And, you know, we know that, you know, our bodies do change over time. You know, women go through a lot, but that it's still not an excuse to slack off in your feminine. How you pronounce that word? Femininity. It's not an excuse to slack off on how you look and present yourself as a wife, because that is still your husband. You know, and it's just, I mean, if if men get aroused by what they look, and we're supposed to be fruitful and multiplying, how he gonna get aroused to want to make love with you and you got spaghetti stains all on your shirt, ain't brushed your teeth, hair nappy, like
Girl, you been in the house all day. That listen, not only us, but like the atmosphere as well. You get what I'm saying? So if he been at work all day and you had a little bit of time, try to make sure the house is nice and it smell good. He walking in, it smell good. You smell good. Try to throw some lip gloss on, wash your face right quick, even if it's like 10 minutes before he get up in there. He don't know. He don't know.
sure.
Shoot.
He gonna be like, "Ooh, baby, you smell good."
Yes, and then that'll I think certain smells lock in like memories, so it'll be like, dang, I remember when I used to come home from work and you be smelling all good and looking all good, and it'd be like years later down the line and he'll bring something up like that and you thought it wasn't nothing, but to him it helped him feel good about seeing his wife after a long day of work and different things like that. So these things really count, and that's how I always felt like big things are expected. Like, I don't know what would be an example, but big things are expected. It'd be the small, like, at least for me, the small things count the most for me. So it just be like little things like you could send me a precept, that is exhortation throughout the day. Like, dang, he still care about my spirit, like, or you send him a precept like that might motivate and exhort him throughout the day. So it's just the little things, y'all, just dropping
It is the
gems
little
here and there.
things,
Yeah.
definitely. Like, and for my long distance girlies like me, maybe surprise your Ottawa with like a little gift box. Get a box, just a regular little regular brown little paper box, and then in the box put stuff in it. Like, there's these little strings that I like to get from Dollar Tree. I really don't know what they're called. They're like the little scrunch strings for like $1 that you put at the bottom of gift baskets. You can put that in the
I
bottom
know
of the
what you're talking
box
about.
and put like a card in it, put like a encouraging letter in it. Put his, just surprise him. Let your husband know that you still love him. It's important. It really is, because I think we don't understand how men really need that. Like, they're not gonna say it. They
Nope.
because society done told them that they need to just
That
hush when it comes to how they feel, their emotions. They don't like to show
or
their
that's
soft
gay,
side.
or
It is,
like
yeah, they be calling them
it's very
soft,
and what is it? Effeminate,
feminine.
effeminate. Yeah.
They say men be feminine. And I seen this video on Instagram that was trending. There was this sister, it was a married couple. This sister, her husband was like kissing her on. He was like, my baby, my baby. Like, he was showing his soft love side. And then she just
Oh,
recorded it and exposed it to the world. Like, your husband, he
what?
only showed that soft side to you. And that's not something, men really, they don't show that to everybody. Like, I, a
Girl, that's
man
crazy.
showing, what'd you say?
I said that's crazy. Why would you do that? Like,
Oh, you ain't see that video?
no.
Kind of like, why would you
Mm-mm.
expose this man vulnerability? But I just think, like I said, they're not gonna say, baby, can you send me an encouraging note? Can you hug on me a little more? They're not gonna say that. Our men are
No.
silent suffers. They're not gonna say that. So it's
Yeah.
our job to make sure we're doing those things.
Yes. A little baby hug goes a long way. Trust me.
Hmm.
A little hug, a little, babe, can I have a kiss? Like certain, like just because. Shoot. I
Hmm.
know one of the sisters. I was on Instagram the other day. You know how you can have like the little notes in the messages.
Hmm.
Sister Halima, she wrote, just hug your men, hug them, just give them a hug. And I was like, that was like random, but that was a really good note to put up there. And I was like, yeah, because some brothers not used to that affection. They not used to, that love, and they might not know how to show it. So as a sister, we are helpmeets. We are nurturers. We are the ones that make a house a home. We are the ones that, you know, kind of put things together through the spirit and have that feminine touch to things. So it's just like use that. Use it. There's nothing wrong with it. So hey,
Con.
don't be out here slacking, y'all.
And even we're not saying that you gotta go like on a whole new wardrobe or you gotta go buy the
Oh no, no,
fanciest
no.
shoes. You can be high maintenance on a low budget. Lily sent me this video and his sister,
That
y'all,
was the
she's spending like
spirit because another sister sent that. Sister Danae, sent that to me, and I was like, "Oh, that's the spirit," because we about to talk about that on the podcast. Like that's
time.
crazy.
She spends like 3 bands on her self-care and self-maintenance. Now I'm not saying we gotta spend that because I don't got 3 bands sitting around for that. But you can be high maintenance on a low budget. We're not saying you gotta go out and get the newest of everything, but take care of yourself. Look good for your man. Don't go out the house looking
Hmm.
good for everybody else. And then when you come home, it's like, well, day's over with.
Well,
No,
he get the bare minimum. He get the bonnet. He get the,
I'm
the
saying
big baggy T-shirt. No, girl, wear something cute in the girl. Listen, you
the
better.
big baggy t-shirt.
Like no, the big baggy T-shirt. You got a bonnet on. You got crust in your eyes. Listen, when
Yeah.
you get up, go wash your face, brush your teeth, and then put some oil on your face. Spray a little bit of spray, something.
Yeah.
You know.
And like be spontaneous, wear his favorite color every now and then, show a little skin
Yes,
in the
I
house.
did that the other day because I was like, I really like this one. I was like, I know he likes this, so I'm gonna put green on because like that's
All
what.
praises. He gonna be
Yeah.
like, he gonna be like, babe, you looking real nice in that dress, babe.
Like, girl, can't wait to see you later, girl. Shoot.
But God, our husbands, like they need that. Like it's what they see for them. Just being
Yeah.
real, being
No, for real,
grown
because
here.
don't nobody, even sisters, y'all don't want him walk around. He ain't got his hair cut, and you don't know how long, and you know, um, his breath hot. You don't like. Come on now, like you like girl when he come from. I know from when he get his hair retwisted, I'll be like, ooh, like you look so good. I just be telling her, oh, you so handsome. I be like, oh, you so handsome. Like, there's nothing wrong. Gas him up. Shoot, gas him up. You know,
Be his number one fan.
yes, please
Be his number
do.
one fan. Because
Cause
I just think we slack off in general because even I started to do it for a while. Like we learn from experience, and it's
yeah,
like we get them. We just be feeling like, okay, well,
I got
I
everything in
mean,
the bag. I ain't even gotta do
right,
nothing. Like, no,
right.
baby girl,
You
you
stop,
need to.
girl, send your man the selfie throughout the day. You just stop sending them selfies.
Yes. All right, now you cutting me up. All right, chill.
Girl, I love sending my man selfies.
Yes, people like, oh, you so beautiful. Oh, thank you, babe, for real.
See, I love this conversation, but
Yes,
kind, like just keep up with yourself. Take care of your hair. Take care of your skin. Take care of your health. Definitely take care.
yes,
Be mindful of what you put in your body because
I
what you put
do.
in your body.
Hmm.
That's what you're gonna get out. If you don't eat right, your skin ain't gonna look the best. Your breath ain't gonna
Right.
smell the best. Your body isn't. It's
That really counts. Me and my husband was just talking about that this morning because I was like, listen, from now on, when I go shopping, I'm gonna have to buy my stuff and I'm gonna buy your stuff. I said, listen, I had stopped eating meat for a while because not because I wanted to, but because of the way it affect my body. So I just was like, babe, a couple things I just feel like I need to stop eating meat again because that's just my body. My body cannot contain and take that. So I just was like, you know what? Just in order to get me back, feeling good, looking good, I was like, I'm gonna have to, stick to the way I was eating before. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's like all praise to the most high that I discern that and you don't wanna end up like on my 600-pound life. Like, no, I wanna still be cute and be I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
not why you had to use that comparison.
I'm sorry. That I just took it to the extreme. I'm sorry, y'all. But no, I guess that's because we watch that sometimes. So that's in my mind. I I'll be like, I don't want to get to that point. But no,
Yeah.
like, I told him, I was honest. Was like, listen, babe, I feel like I'm falling off. I feel like I want to get back to, how I was before. I noticed that I gained some weight. And, listen, even me communicating that with him, that probably get him hyped. Like, yeah, she about to,
My baby gonna get it right.
right. So that, and then not only, sharing that with him, helps us bond a little bit. Like that also holds me accountable because then he'll be like, "Babe, you're not supposed to be eating that. Oh, don't eat that." So that's just another way of, accountability. So,
We're gonna have to get together after the podcast because I really try not to eat meat like that too. And my other one, he eats meat, so I'll be thinking in my head, how that's gonna work in the kitchen.
Girl, it has not been working for me these past couple weeks. I've been eating chicken wings and salmon and spaghetti I made spaghetti with ground lamb, and I put some turkey sauce in there. Y'all, that was so good. That was so good. That was swinging. I'm trying to tell you. But all right, I can't keep eating like that though, because
that sounds busting.
It's not good. It was so good, y'all. It was so good.
Ooh, that sound busting. I ain't never had ground lamb. Sis over there eating good.
Well, I made some sauteed string beans. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Ooh, but see, that's what I'm saying. I can't keep eating like that. Like,
right. You gonna notice. Like, you're gonna notice the difference. Like, really the only meats I eat is salmon and chicken. And and then again, it's every blue moon. But recently, it's just been a little too consistent. So I gotta kind of cut back. But I don't eat dairy like that really at all. My biggest downfall be sugar.
That's one thing that mine is cheese. I love cheese.
Mine is sugar.
So good.
I can do without the cheese, but mine be sugar. I be wanting a donut, then a cupcake, then a cookie. and that sugar, it's not good.
See, I like bread. I like bread, cheese, everything. It's bad.
Pasta gets me.
I like the pasta. I want a grilled cheese sandwich. Potatoes. I want some brownies. I want some cookies. I want.
See, that's where.
And then not only on that, listen, y'all. I have found out. I'm not about to keep playing around with my husband because he be eating at like 1:00 in the morning and stuff like that. He be like, "Oh, you ain't gonna eat with me?" I'm like. That's why I'm at where I'm at right now. I cannot afford to do that. But I'll be like, all right, let me go and get a little something. See, that's my problem. I can't eat. Women, our body is not the same as men. Men, they can really, it seems like they can eat whatever they want to eat.
And don't gain weight.
And he don't gain no weight. But
don't gain no weight. Skin still be looking good.
I don't get it.
I just be like, ugh, y'all can just eat whatever y'all want and righteousness. And then we gotta be on a kind of little strict limitation over here
with a salad, eating like a rabbit. I gotta eat the salad. My calories is counted in my glass of wine. I gotta eat a salad and some salmon and a glass of wine, and he over there with a whole buffet. Dang.
With a burger, chicken wings. Tell me, babe, you want some
ice cream? I know you want some.
Madness. But that's where discipline come in, though. Discipline and self-control.
Yeah, that's right.
Self-control, definitely, because we definitely have to have self-control over what we eat, so we can look good for ourselves and for our husbands. Self-control over our emotions, so we're not overly emotional, making your husband irritated. She always crying about something. It's okay to be emotional, but you don't want to be that crybaby. You crying and whining about everything.
Every single thing. Listen, sister, that means you need to go. You might need to go hit it fast because you need to get those spirits up out of there. Get those spirits up out of there, whatever you dealing with. Oh, hold on. Before I forget, y'all, I have a sister's wellness challenge going on. So this is what's actually holding me accountable, which actually made me think about why I wanted to eat better and do better. So it's just to help me because I'm in a new transitional period in my life. I'm just trying to rebalance, but I do have a sister's wellness challenge going on. Lord willing, I'll be able to post it. If you click community here on Helpmeets Hangout, you'll be able to see it. But on my YouTube, A Lily Among Thorns, I did post the challenge there. So if sisters want to join it to help y'all kind of find a rebalance and refocus, realignment, get back to your old self, then hey, join the con.
Kind. I wanted to read this other article, y'all. It's kind of the same thing, but the title is called "Don't Make the Same Mistake as Me," the same marriage mistake. I'm not going to lie. The first year living with my husband, he always saw me at my best. But last year, I'm not sure what came over me. I think a part of me stopped caring. I didn't stop caring to impress my husband, but I think I stopped caring about looking good when I had so many other things to tend to. So I started packing on pounds, being lazy with my skincare, and using any excuse in the book to not wear anything sexy. If I had been insecure about my appearance before, let me tell you, last year only made it worse. I even got so insecure that I started praying that my husband would see me through the eyes of the Most High, that he would still see me as a beautiful and worthy wife, even when I don't always look good. While that prayer is powerful, I think in praying it, I learned two things about myself. I understood looking good for my husband was important. I knew it was a spiritual matter that would need my spiritual attention, and I was lazy. I just hadn't wanted to admit it. Yet, when I went into prayer again this past December, Yahawah spoke very softly to my heart. He showed me how I was on track, like a lot of wives, to create a serious barrier in our marital bond. A marital bond is something founded on scripture and nurtured through a healthy sex life. And according to research, men struggle to feel sexual arousal without visual stimulation. Apparently, visuals are to men what the mood is to women. Having candles, being massaged, receiving thoughtful gifts. I struggle to understand that men's equivalent is a woman who is thoughtful of her presentation before him. And not just the look either, but about her hygiene, her facial expressions, her voice. Marriage is continual maintenance, and this is the enemy's trap of equating housework and child ordering to being a good wife, when in reality, being a wife is a role all its own, a role with its own expectations, challenges, and and curriculum outside of homemaking and mothering. So, Lord willing, sister can go get that book, but definitely, that was a good one, definitely.
I had
It's
precept for
not even
that.
just about. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll I'll read it after you finish.
I was gonna say, and it's not even like she said. It's not even just about looking good. It's about your tone. Because if you always got a smart mouth, or you always looking at him crazy, he ain't gonna want to talk to you. Now your marriage got strife and contention. You ain't courting him no more because now it's boring. Now y'all don't really speak because you always got an attitude and he don't want to deal with you. You gotta watch how you speak to him. How you talk to him. Your tone, your posture. You don't want to talk to your husband and you just kind of like, yeah, yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. He ain't gonna
Like,
want to
here he
talk to you.
goes.
So
Right.
all of that plays a part into it. But go ahead.
Con, this is Ecclesiasticus inside the Apocrypha, also known as Sirach 36 and 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. So,
That's the precept of the day. That is the
yeah,
killer.
okay.
The beauty of a woman cheereth his countenance. How good you look, that's gonna make him happy. And not even how good you look physically, but spiritually as well. Are you feeding
Yeah.
your spirit? Are you speaking kind words to him? You got to fill up your cup so you can pour into your husband. Are you reading,
Con,
studying, praying, and fasting and staying connected with your Bahasham the Most High? So that way, you can be there for your husband. You can pray for him. You can uplift him when he's going through it. You can send
yeah.
him an encouraging note. You can slip a Bible verse in his pocket because you've been feeding your spirit, so you're able to be there for him. You've been filling up your cup, so you're able to pour into him.
Con. This verse 23, it says, if there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. So, hey, you on mute. You on mute.
What'd you say, Salakia?
Oh, I was saying you was on mute. I didn't know if you was
I
talking to
wasn't
me.
talking to you.
Oh, okay. Karen, but that's what the sister was going into. That's what she was saying. You gotta move in a way that is still soft, and you don't want to be yelling and fussing and cussing, and the way well, what I've noticed is if I'm feeling some type of way, that also affects my husband. So a lot of times I've tried to check my attitude. I try to check, how I'm feeling and just suck it up. Sometimes it's like just learn how to choose the battles. Learn how to, pick your battles and be wise about it. Use discernment. Use wisdom. Move in wisdom, because everybody talks about that Proverbs 31 woman, and she. Let me see. I think I got that precept too. Oops. Let me see. Proverbs 31 and 26, it says, she opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. So, hey, these are some mighty precepts. Sisters got to meditate on it. Also, with meditating on the points that we bringing out. And if y'all, I want y'all to kind of interact with us. If y'all have any tips for sisters, and put them down in the chat. We can read them out. Shalawam Miranda, Shalawam Sarai, any other sisters that are watching, Shalawam. But share some tips in the chat. That sisters can kind of keep themselves up, or tips to use for courting your husband after y'all are married. Write them down.
Definitely beautiful point she was bringing out. So like, yeah, definitely beautiful point she was bringing out.
Somebody's sleepy. Wake up.
Marriage is it's continual maintenance. Yeah, it's not just physical, it's that spiritual as well. You want to make sure you have your spirit right, because Proverbs 14 and 1, let me get that. About the foolish woman. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hand. So you don't want to be that foolish woman that's plucking down your house, bringing in spirits, always got something to say, back talking, rolling your eyes, mumbling in your breath, huffing and puffing. That's not courting your husband after marriage. The marriage is no longer fun. Now you're bringing demons in your household. Now you're bringing strife and contention in your household. Every time he says something, you got something to say. Every time he asks you to do something, you say, why you can't do it? I ain't a slave. You don't even look good for no more. You want to, it's not even just about physical, courting your husband after marriage, but spiritual as well. It's important to keep your spirit right, to make sure you stand in upright spirits and move in the spirit of Bahasham, so that you can be that, strive to be that virtuous woman, that Proverbs 31 woman, that Titus 2 woman. You're not plucking your household down. Being mindful of the things you watch, the people you hang around, the things that you eat, the music that you listen to. Being mindful of all of that, because birds of a feather flock together. The scriptures talk about that.
Sister Sarah said, I had to learn how to let go. It doesn't profit yourself nor your household to hold things that hurt you, even if it happened a few hours ago. Forgive 70 times 7. Sis. Most definitely. And, sometimes it's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, if we have the understanding that our husbands, are our lords, then the thing I try to keep in mind is, damn, when I talk to Yahawashi like that, I'll be having to be like, all right, now I gotta go back, I gotta apologize, I gotta, go back, or, small things, like if he asks me to get up and, 70 times 7, sis. If he asks me to get up and do something, I was like, all right, because I will get up and go do it if Yahawashi asks me to do it. So it's definitely have to fast, pray, self-reflect, and have faith. You definitely have to have those things, because if not, then it's easy to go off. It's easy to see, how women act on social media, and just to be like, oh, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, or you got 2 hands. Why you don't fix it? Why whatever, stuff like Abarriyah was saying. Like, you just kind of gotta move wisely, circumspectly, and because that gives Satan like just that little bit of room to. Oh,
Speak up. You sound a little low.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's better. Okay. It just gives Satan room to creep in. It gives Satan room to bring other spirits that are like the one spirit that you're dealing with to creep in. So now you don't you being lazy. Now that's slothful spirit. Now things around your house aren't getting done. Now you are, you know, just having an attitude because he's asking you to get up and do stuff. Like you kind of gotta discern those spirits and move wisely.
It was
So
breaking
you
up.
did you did all those things in the courting phase. I was just saying you gotta basically just be wise and discern spirits because in the courting phase you did all of that. You checked yourself. You were mindful. Still do those things while you're married. Don't just stop because you married. Like, all right, whatever. I ain't gotta listen to you, but you showed him that you were submissive and you could do all these things while you was courting, but now you wanna act crazy and you don't wanna be submissive anymore, or it's too much, or no, this is what we were made, to be, is a help me. So however this man is asking you to help him in righteousness, you know, do those things. But
Girl, let's just say, and there's so much going on right now, but beautiful points you're bringing out. Because in the courting stage, you was trying to prove to him, that you were the one, that you were the right one, that you could be submissive. You was trying to prove those things to him. So you was on your game, and now that y'all married, you kind of like, well, it is what it is now, and we don't want to move like that. We don't want to move like that at all.
most
I was gonna say
definitely.
something else too. Oh, I was gonna say, it's easy to hold on to the bad, when you and your husband are. Oh darn. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
I was
Con.
gonna say it's easy to hold on to the bad, when your husband has done something or y'all going through it. It's easy to
I don't know where. Salakia, y'all. But it is easy to hold on to the bad. That's why, the word tells us don't let the sun go down upon your wrath. You could be upset, you could be angry, but sin not. Don't be angry and sin not. Don't allow that spirit to fester. Don't allow those spirits to continuously, roll into the next day or whatever. Even if you don't, like speak on it, like pray about it. Pray about it and have that open communication, like y'all had in the beginning. And those are the things that, count the most.
con. I didn't hear none of you say it, but you wasn't breaking up though. The garage was just up, but Satan trying to take away the word. But what I was saying before was that it's easy to hold on to the bad, and especially like when you're your husband going through something or he might have did something to offend you. It's easy to look at all his flaws and be like, well, he did this and he did that, and it's easy to get caught up in that because when we start thinking like that, now you don't want to cook, now you don't want to clean, now you don't want to take care of yourself because it's like, man, he done pissed me off. I don't want to do nothing for him, but we can't move like that because what we have to remember is that everything that we do is for Yahawah and should be unto the Most High. Now, of course, we do these things for our husbands because we love them and they're our lords, but also, most importantly, we doing it for Yahawah. This is Colossians 3:23. And whatsoever you do, do heartily as to the Lord and not unto man, knowing that of the Lord you shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Yahawah. And then verse 17 says, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahawashi, giving thanks to Yahawah and the Father by him. So everything that we do, when you cook, when you clean, all of those things that you do around the household for your husband and your marriage, you're doing it unto Yahawah. So when rough patches come in your marriage or your husband might have did something, that's not your ticket to be like, okay, well, I'm done with you. I'm done taking care of myself. I'm done doing my duties around the household, because now you
You
slacking
just
in your
threw the
duties
whole
until
everything
Yahawah.
out.
Now you getting in the way of your own salvation, and you just bringing strife and
Con.
contention in your marriage. So, like the sister said, she brought out a very mighty point. You got to learn how to let go and forgive in your marriage and move on, because it's easy to get stuck on that. And then now you no longer courting your husband after marriage. It's terrible now. It's nothing but
Mhm.
spirits, bad spirits.
Oh, that reminds me of a preset.
Y'all just next door neighbors. That's all.
Right, y'all roommates. Now y'all just roommates. And it's just like I gotta be here because I can't leave, so I guess I gotta do these things. It's like when we're serving, it's like we're supposed to serve with joy. You're supposed to serve in honesty, truth, sincerity, and not just because I have to. Like if you doing things just because I have to, then you gotta kind of check your spirit. You kind of gotta, now I've even had to check my spirit. So it's just like, all right, I gotta get myself together because when we was courting, all these things was absolutely fine. Now that you're married, okay, these things still need to be absolutely fine. I think it's in Amos. It talks about how can two walk together unless they be agreed. So,
I
now
think it
y'all
might be
not even
Amos
on,
3:3.
yeah. Now, y'all not even on one accord anymore. Now the household is kind of off. Baraka, I mean, yeah, Baraka. Oh yeah, no problem. Now y'all not on one accord, so it's just like I was saying before, it take a little bit for Satan to move in and just go ahead and bring other spirits with him, and now the whole household is off. So yeah, keep moving the same way you was, courting. You was happy to do stuff. You was whatever you like, whatever you like. Y'all know
Yeah,
Coming to
whatever you
America.
like.
No, that is Ti. The older people know what I'm talking about. That Coming to
Okay.
America, she was like, he like, what do you like? I like whatever you like, like, and that was cool and fun. But now it's just like, oh, here he comes. Oh my gosh, he about to get off of work. Oh, he gonna ask me to make him a sandwich. Oh my goodness, I don't even feel like it. Instead of being like, I know he ain't eat all day. Let me go ahead and make his food so I could be ready when he get in the house and do this. Like just doing things with joy, and it's not always going to be easy, sisters, but try your best. You have to try your best each and every day. Pray over your household. Pray in the morning, pray over your household. In the evening, pray over your household. In the
Mm-hmm.
afternoon, listen, pray without ceasing. Pray over your household. You have to.
Throwing them up like every hour, literally, when that prayer alarm go off. I have made 2 prayers. They're on my website under the Hebrew prayers. You just have to they're called, I have to look and see, but let me check real quick. But that's about, one of them is going to, asking the Most High to keep your husband upright, and the other one is asking him to continue to deal with your husband and guide him so he can lead your household. Pray over your husband. And then I have another one in Hebrew. These are all in Hebrew about protecting your household from evil, and then remaining the chief foundation cornerstone of your household. They're on my website. So definitely, definitely say those prayers over your husband and over your household. Pray for your household, because Satan, he's looking for anything to come in between your household. And, because Satan, he don't like righteous marriages. So any chance he can get to tear it down, he's going to. So you got to be that strong spiritual woman and be, Sister Martha did a video on being that prudent wife, and that video was so mighty. The notes on my website, but definitely go watch that if y'all haven't. You got to be that prudent wife and be on the lookout of spirits that's going to come into your household. Okay, I got to bust this fast. I got to, read my Ottawa. Don't let your husband be the only one that's trying to get to read. Ask him to read. Babe, you trying to read real quick? Babe, you trying to prepare? Babe, you want to fast this week? You want to fast tomorrow? Be that prudent wife and because Satan, any chance he get, he walk around as a lion seeking about whom he may devour. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I want to read. Hold on, let me see what the prayers are called. I think it's literally called the title of the prayer that I put on here. I think it's called "Protect My Household from Evil," "Help My Household to Endure," "Fill my Lord with righteous attributes," and then "Keep my Lord upright." But it's gonna start out with prayer to keep my Lord upright. So just go look on the website, and Lord willing, y'all will find them. But I wanted to read these two these 2 notes I have real quick, just to go through tips. This sister, she did a video called 10 things to stop doing in your marriage, and then 10 ways to make your husband go wild. So go check her out. Her channel is Habits of a Homemaker. But I'm gonna read 10 ways to make your husband go wild. 1, be confident. 2, follow your head's preference. Now, if your husband like your hair long, don't go get a boosie fade. What? You come home with a boosie fade, he gonna be like, no, what the?
He said, no, ma'am.
Don't do that. Upgrade your hygiene routine maintenance. Don't let yourself go. Don't start slacking. Yeah. Keep your nails and toes did. Now, I'm not saying that you got to go to the nail salon every 2 weeks. Learn how to do it yourself.
You could do a basic manicure with a clear top
at the house.
And
yeah, you ain't gotta get no.
We don't want no overgrown toenail. Your toenails hanging over. Listen, sister, clip them
like
off.
This.
Go to Dollar Tree, girl. Go to Dollar Tree. It's $1.25 and get. They got the little clips. They got clear polish. They got nail files. They got foot soap. All of this stuff, you know. And the same for your husband. You can surprise him and treat him with those type of things.
Watch spa day at home.
Yeah, have a spa day together. Do his pedicure. You know, something. You know.
Pay attention to your husband's ladies. If your husband, he be making comments like, my back hurt, babe. Girl, then that's your key. Give that man a massage. Pay attention. Yes. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Rod dropped a tip. Allow your husband his free time. If he needs an hour or two to do something he enjoys, let him. That's something I was going to touch on in these tips right here. That's a very good one. Sis said, got to do your own mani and pedi. It's real simple to buy a little back and polish if preferred.
Yeah.
Long hair is an honor to a woman. All praises. Did you have something before I kept reading?
Go ahead.
Okay. Smell good. You don't want to be smelling like who did it and why. You don't want to be smelling like.
Ooh.
Smell good. I'm getting hot, y'all. Let your husband see your body. Yes, we dress modest, but you don't want to. You walk in the all your husband see you in all day, every day is a gown and a hair wrap. Girl, show that man some skin.
Yes, let your hair out while you in the house. Okay, while you in the house, show that man some shoulders, some skin, some ankles, some calf. Girl, come on now.
Y'all in the bed, y'all sitting up chilling, watching a movie. He pulling your dress. You kind of turn like this. No, you can't see my skin. You can't see my leg.
No.
Show some skin.
Oh no.
Show some skin, y'all. Boost his ego. Build him up. Compliment him. Strong words, affirmation. Love on him. Be that tower against death. Babe, I appreciate you. Some of our husbands, they work 6 days out the week. The only rest that they get is the Sabbath, literally.
And they still going out on the highways and byways.
So they don't even get to rest because they laboring all day Saturday. They don't get time to. So when they come home from work, then they something I've learned. When your husband come home from work, give him space. Just, of course, hey, babe, how your day was. Give him a hug, give him a kiss, but just give him some space. He been at work all day dealing with the white man. On a Sabbath, he be on teaching all day at camp or making videos. And then those demons at camp be real. So you got to pray for your husband, be protected out there, that he don't bring those demons back into the house. So really, when you think about it, when he come home from work, that's really the only time he get to just sit down and relax for real. So when he come home from work, just give him some space. Make sure he got something to snack on, some water, something to eat. But just don't go around talking his head off.
That'd be my first question. Well, maybe my second one. I'll be like, how was your day? I'll be like, you hungry?
Got some food?
Yeah.
Don't be talking his head off, I used to, I praise the Most High for growth, but I used to be offended when my husband wanted space. But, I'm past that. I'll praise the Most High. But sometimes your husband, he just need a little time alone. He has men, they can be silent sufferers. They be thinking about a million different things. They only probably got, they go through a lot and they just need that time. So when he comes through the door, don't be, well, babe, I did this today. And all you hear is this.
I had to catch myself doing that before. And I was like,
I did
ooh,
too.
I'm gonna tell you later.
Yeah, I
Let
slept
me
up there too. Trust me.
let me know when you after you
Ready to talk.
wind down. You know,
Yeah.
talk to you.
Number 8, flirt with him. Stop being so serious all the time. Kiss him, give him a
Yes.
hug, write him a note, slip it in his pocket, do ladylike movements. She said hints on what you're gonna do later. Do things that's gonna make your head yearn for you. Oh, girl, I can't wait to see you when I get home. You know, like
that's what you said. You said send a daggone picture. Send him a
picture. Send a selfie.
Okay, you look cute. Oh, that skin, that shoulder.
Yeah, make it. You want your husband to feel like that's mine right there. That's my pillow rest. That's my possession.
Right. Come on. Be cute. Be sexy. Dang.
Yeah.
Flirt. Do some dang. Send a little voice message. He might like the sound of your voice, you know.
Yeah.
Hey babe, hope you're having a good day.
Be mysterious. Flirt with him, but be mysterious. Everything does not need to be announced. Keep it classy. And then number 10 is be spontaneous. When is the last time you stepped outside your comfort zone? Surprise him at work. Wear a different color. Try a different meal. And I'm not gonna say
try a different hairstyle, like wear your hair up, or something like, baby, you like this a little bit better. Like, you never know. It's this song by Selah Soul called, I think it's called I'm Yours. When I posted that video, y'all go listen to that song. That song and New Wife, and I'm Yours.
I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on, let me see.
That's my song. I was like, yes, it's the righteous music.
Oh, you know the one I like? I like the one For You. I'm it for you.
Oh, that's what it's called. That's what it's called. For You. I thought it was called I'm Yours. For You. Yes.
I'd be like, okay.
I said, oh snap. That's some righteous marital music right there.
Listen. And that's how it's gotta be. I'm doing it for you. Your eyes should be on for your husband.
Con.
But then I wanted to do 10. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I wanted to read this precept right quick. So this is Ecclesiastes. So y'all, if y'all want to read about, what to do to be a good wife or what not to do, Sirach 25 and 26. This is gonna be Sirach 26. I'm gonna read 1 and 2. It says, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. So we are here to be a helpmeet to bring peace unto him. Listen, don't be a pillar of stress. Be a pillar of rest. Okay? That don't be stressing him out. He already got so many other things going on. Be that pillar of rest for real. And if you don't know what that looks like or what that is, get into this word. Go read it.
And it's New Wife and For You, sis. The song is called For You and New Wife. Not yours. But all praises. I want to read this real quick. 10 things to stop doing in your marriage. Low self-esteem. We all go through it, and as women, we struggle with low self-esteem, but we struggle with that. Ask the Most High to heal us and fight that spirit and get to the root of it, because lack of confidence. And listen, if you don't believe in yourself, like you're not gonna put your best effort in as a wife because you don't believe that you can do it. Well, I can't. So if you don't believe in yourself and you don't have that confidence, you're not gonna give in your best efforts at any of your duties because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you can do it, and you're gonna slacken your duties. And then you're gonna slacken how you look because you don't think you're pretty. So check that spirit. Poor hygiene, foul, harsh language, gossiping, showing your body to others, being disrespectful, wasting money, wearing excessive makeup. Everybody, husband is different. Some men allow you to wear makeup, but I'm talking about the caked face where the makeup don't match your neck. That's what I'm talking about. Being too clingy and complaining all the time. So y'all gonna have to watch those videos yourself and take notes. I have the notes, but I made a little post on my Instagram months ago. But y'all just gotta go watch the video yourself. 10 things to stop doing in your marriage and 10 ways to make your husband go wild. By the Sister Habits of a Homemaker. on YouTube. Very mighty videos, very, very helpful. But to what Sister Rob was saying, yeah, give your husband some space. Don't be too clingy. There's a difference between loving and affectionate and just being clingy. You just want to be under his skin all the time. Go do something.
That is annoying because even me, I am the oldest of 12 children, so it's just like I value my own alone time, my space, and even though I'm married, it's just like it's about having that communication as well. So it's just like when you do need that time, it's like, okay, listen, babe, I might need a couple moments to myself, dude. Whatever you need, let me know, and then I'm take a couple moments to myself, you know. So it's nothing wrong with having that space. That's a just balance because if you always up under him, you always like that's not a just balance. You gotta have time for yourself. You gotta have time for your own self care, your own spiritual maintenance, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of that. That you have to develop as well because if you want to be able to pour into your household, pour into him, you gotta be Karen, thank you, sis, because I was struggling for posting them links. But if you want to be able to have a just balance in the household, it start with you. So start with you. Taking care of yourself and all of that. Don't be slacking now. But Karen, y'all, them songs are fire. Please check them songs out. Y'all gonna be like, oh, this is different. Okay? It's in righteousness. It's not just to be out here and you for everybody. So is that to the song? What are they? What are those for?
The first two are for the videos that I was referring to.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, hold on, I'm about to jump off this song. Then it'll make sense. Okay, so the first two links are to the videos we were referring to 10 ways to make your husband go wild and 10 things to stop doing in your marriage by Habits of a Homemaker. The second two are the songs from Selah Soul, New Wife, and For You.
All praises. Y'all go listen to them. Go listen to them. Y'all gonna be like, okay, we got some righteous marriage music. You feel me?
Before we end off, I just want to give sisters a few more tips before we close it out. I know we passed our limit, but just a few more tips. Just a few tips on how to be high maintenance on a low budget. Just real quick. Do everything yourself. Learn to do your own hair, nails, and skin. Invest in natural products. So make your own lotion, make your own soap. Take your time with self-care. Don't rush. Don't turn it into labor. Don't see it as something grievous. If you take your time with self-care, you will begin to understand that the joy in behind maintenance lies not in the result, but in the process. The art of self-love, the nurturing of self, the results are just reflections of the care we've given ourselves, and the fruit manifests in our newfound sense of peace and softness. So those are just a few tips on how to be high maintenance on a low budget. You don't have to spend like $1 million to go take care of yourself. You don't have to go shopping every 2 weeks. Go the cheap route. Go to Dollar Tree, make some things yourself, but just spice it up. Don't be boring. Take care of your spirit. Most importantly, stay connected with the Most High, Yahawah. Most importantly, fill your cup up so you can pour into your husband. You got to make sure that you stand connected with the Most High. You feeding your spirit so that you can be that tower and so that you can uphold him when he falls. And sometimes you're going to have to be the strong wife. Sometimes you're going to have to, be the one that's strong for the whole household.
That's what a pillar is. If you know what pillars look like, the pillars, they uphold.
They're like them strong buildings. Yep.
The big buildings. That's what pillars
keep it holding. They keep it from falling.
Exactly. A tower. It says a tower against death. Like a tower. Like that's very important. Like that's so important. So Lord willing, sisters was edified through the spirit. Lord willing, sisters can use some of these tips to keep y'all in that cupcake phase for forever and ever. Because I love love. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I love love. I love seeing righteous marriage and, enjoying it, not it being grievous. You know what I mean? So all praises to the Most High for, allowing us to have this discussion.
If y'all need more tips, you can go to Google, type in things to do in marriage to keep it fun, things to do, how to surprise your husband. Type in those things. We said a few, take him out on dates, surprise him, slip a note in his back pocket,
Or
send
his
him a
lunch.
Yeah. Pack his, keep him encouraged. Send him notes to express your gratitude. Be thankful because our husbands do so much. Show your gratitude. There's a lot of things you can do for your husband. So definitely, we gave y'all some tips through the Spitty Habashim, but we're gonna leave it to y'all to put the effort in, do more research, and see where you can increase in being a wife.
All praises to the Most High. This was a good episode. This was really good.
This is good. All praises.
I did like this one. If y'all have any more ideas for us to, any more topics and things like that y'all would like us to cover, discuss, or bring out, please make sure you post them and let us know. We need y'all input as well. We not only here talking to ourselves, but we here for sisters. So love y'all.
Love y'all. Shalawam.
Shalawam.